Hey guys, welcome back to the main event. I'm Daniel, and yes, tonight we're staying in WWF. It's time for In Your House 4, and this time we're going back to October 22nd, 1995, at the Winnipeg Arena in Winnipeg, Manitoba, up there in Canada, and we're in front of like 10,000 fans, a little over 10,000 actually. Excuse me, I just ate before I did the show. Not a good idea. Now we'll be like burping and suffering indigestion and shit. And the main event with special guest commentator Bret Hitman Hart. It is a world title match. Bruce Bulldog with James E. Cornette in his corner, going up against Big Daddy Cool Diesel. Now heading up to this match, the build up, if you will. See, Bruce Bulldog, who's always been a good guy. I mean, as far as I can remember, he's always been a good guy up until this point. WCW, WWF, whatever, always been a good guy. And the night that, at the time, Diesel was feuding with King Mabel. So, Bulldog was like, Man on a Mission was going to challenge Diesel to a match. So, Bruce Bulldog's like, hey, I'll be your partner. We got this. Well, during that match, he turned on him. Bulldog turned heel, first time ever, and turned on Diesel in the process. This would lead to a tag match at In Your House 3, which was Shawn Michaels and Diesel against Yokozuna and Bruce Bulldog. Triple header match for all the titles, which Diesel and Shawn Michaels won. The decision was later reversed, but that's neither here nor there. So, Bruce Bulldog, again, a couple weeks after that, Bulldog had a major chip on his shoulder. Actually had a match with The Undertaker and actually beat him down to the point where the referee couldn't quite pull Bulldog off him, so he just disqualified Bulldog, who didn't stop the attack, which led to Diesel running out and chasing him away. So we got this match set up right here. So this match, it really is just kind of strongman versus strongman. Of course, earlier in the evening, it was already announced that Bret Hart would be facing the winner of this match, or I guess the champion of this match, at Survivor Series. So, he's kind of got some interest in this match, so he's out there providing commentary, which he's great on. I think he did really good at providing commentary. And it was just funny because, he's had history of both, considering, he's had matches with Diesel already. And then, of course, his brother-in-law is Bruce Bulldog, and they met once at SummerSlam in '92. So, he says he would rather fight Diesel because even though a part of him wants to avenge that loss to Bulldog, it's the fact that they're still family that kind of, they're bound there, and it kind of tore the family apart. And even though, and that's what I really like about this commentary too, is because even though clearly he's on the outs with Owen, he never quite dragged Bulldog into that. It's realistic. You got, a relative that you're mad at, regardless of who's friends with that relative, and you may not agree with what they're doing, doesn't necessarily mean you're enemies with that, second relative. So I like that. It seemed very realistic there, It wasn't just like, he's a bad guy and I'm a good guy, so I hate him. No, it wasn't like that at all. He was just like, I don't agree with what he's been doing, but honestly, we're on good terms and I don't really want to tear the family apart. So you can tell he's kind of rooting for Diesel a little bit here. This was just power versus power, like literally, Bulldog, Diesel colliding here. Of course, Bulldog's work. Every match I've seen with Diesel so far, they just work on his knee. Like it seems like that's a new thing. You just work on the big man's knee, bring him down. That's before he was tearing his quad every 6 months. So it was fresh at the time. So they're beating him down, trying to work on his knee and everything. I think at one point he even hits the running power slam. Of course, Diesel kicks out of that and everything because he's running on Diesel power right now. Early on in the match, I skipped that part. Early on in the match, Diesel gets knocked outside the ring, and he stumbles back into the commentating position, and Hart puts his hands up to stop Diesel from falling all the way back. Well, Diesel just turns around, sees that's Hart, and just pie faces him right out of the way, which I loved. And he tried to play it off like, Diesel just didn't realize who was behind him. He was like, no, he paused for a second. He saw that it was Hart, and then shoved him back anyway, which I absolutely loved. Of course, that distraction, caused Bulldog to take over. Cornette interfering like a bastard in this match. I loved it. He even, at one point, Diesel's knocked outside and Cornette just drops an elbow on it. I was like, I have never seen Cornette drop an elbow to anybody outside. That is just great. Forget the tennis racket. Cornette's going to drop a fucking elbow on you. I love it. Sorry. Excuse me. But Bulldog, yeah, he hits everything he's got and even goes for a the running power slamming does not work. So then you get toward the end of the match here, Bulldog outside, and him and Diesel broke outside actually, and Bulldog just turns around and just fucking slaps the headphones, in the process slapping Bret Hart, bam, right there, and then goes inside like, no big deal, and dude, Hart follows him in there, grounds and pounds him, just starts beating the shit out of him. Referee throws the match out. British Bulldog wins by DQ. So Bulldog wins by DQ. Diesel runs in. He's pissed because of, he felt like he had this match. So he starts, talking to Hart about it. Before you know it, Hart and Diesel's going at it. And of course, Bulldog and Cornette scamper away. And of course, as Diesel and Bret Hart just unloading on each other with fists, referee, officials, locker room, they just clear out, try to pull them apart, and they can't because the hatred's there, it's boiling over, and boom, they're fighting. So there you have it. This would lead to the big Survivor Series main event between Hart and Diesel for the title, which we will talk about, I believe, on Sunday. So we'll talk about that later. So we'll look at this match. I liked it. I have never seen this match before. Knew the results, knew everything going into it, but I never actually watched it physically. And I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. It's funny because just recently I came across a little excerpt from Jim Cornette's podcast, and I guess someone asked him, like, what was the worst match he's ever involved in, and he says this match right here. And like, he was just like, the match was sloppy, it was boring, the fans weren't into it, and I'm thinking to myself, like, hey, didn't look that sloppy. I mean, it was two big guys. I mean, it was what it was. I didn't think it was boring at all. Like, not once did I this is still going. Like, no, not at all. And once again, I guess the crowd could have been sweetened because WWE's known for doing that. Crowd seemed okay to me. They seemed on fire. They seemed like they were kind of on Bulldog's side, but it was in Canada, so I know he's British, but close enough. They always root for like the non-Americans, it seems like, in Canada. So I didn't think the match was that bad. I really didn't. Was it the greatest match ever? No, obviously not. Once again, I never saw these matches. So like Bulldog main eventer, I'm seeing it a little bit more now. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, maybe he could have had a run with the title and it wouldn't have been too bad. But no, it was good for what it was. Once again, this is the fourth in your house, and this is like the third time in 4 pay-per-views that we get some like non-finish. Like, the first one ended in a DQ when Diesel beat Sid after Tatanka interfered. Now we do get a conclusive finish, not just to a match, but to a feud. At the second one, at the Lumberjack match one. The third one, we get a sort of finish. I mean, it's a wonky finish, but it gets reversed the very next night anyways, or the titles get stripped. So it just seemed like the match was for nothing at the In Your House 3, and then here it ends on their DQ. I'm just like, son of a bitch, like what's the point of this? But I don't know. I know these were literally just these were B pay-per-views. Like, they were half the price, they were shorter, so I get it. They're like a step between Raw and a pay-per-view. That's where they're at, right there in the middle. So I get it. Like, I'm not expecting it to be just a WrestleMania performance every single time, but I am just kind of like, wow, really? Fourth In Your House, and this is the third non-finish we get? Alright. No, overall, I liked it. I thought it was alright. I feel like I really don't get Diesel's hate. Like, everybody is just shitting on Nash. I think they shit on Nash because of what he did in WCW. I don't really get the justification for his heat here. Once again, the crowd seems to be liking him. Once again, I don't know, maybe they're messing with the audio, making it sound like they're cheering him when they're really just not. I watched the first half of 95. Yeah. When I was a kid, I enjoyed Diesel. Like, I had no problem with Diesel. So, I don't know. It seems to me that, like, Diesel gets a lot of shit. And I think Jim Cornette's a little too hard on this match. I don't think it was nearly as bad as he said it was. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good for what it was. Overall, big thumbs up. Big thumbs up. Love the ending. Love Bret Hart on commentary. Like, that was a really cool thing. Like, I don't know why he don't just do that more often. I'm not sure about now, I guess. But it just seems like that was kind of like, that would have worked perfectly post-accident or whatever, instead of just making sporadic appearances here and there. I would have loved to hear him on the commentating booth, because I think he has a lot to offer. He really does. So, overall, I'm giving this match a thumbs up. And of course, this leads into the awesome, spoiler alert on my feelings on the Survivor Series match, an awesome Survivor Series main event, so there's always that. So that's all I got. Guys, let me know what you thought about this match in the comments section down below. And guys, tune in tomorrow night. I can't even keep the smile off my face. Tomorrow night, Halloween Havoc 1995. Yeti! Here we go. Alright, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Till next time.